Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Reverend Sharon Renee. I am spiritual leader for Tyler Unity Center in Tyler, Texas, and I want to welcome you to our virtual Sunday service. And life is good. And the way that we like to start this is that we always like to identify the specific reason we are here, and that is to connect to our Christ consciousness. And this is what the candle represents. It represents the Christ light within us that can move and change our lives, and in that acknowledge the Christ in others. And when we come into that awakening, our world will shift and everything will be wonderful. And so we can start having those wonderful lives for ourselves now as we bathe ourselves within that Christ light and we follow that inner guidance. All right, so join me now for the daily word. And today's daily word is guidance. I am divinely guided. Guidance can be easy to find in the outer world. Maps and GPS technology can help me navigate my way just about anywhere. Everywhere I go, there are signs marking streets, adorning storefronts, and providing just about every kind of information and opinion imaginable. Spiritual guidance often is not as evident, but it is much more valuable. This guidance can come to me. This guidance can come to me as a persistent tug on my attention, as a gut feeling or intuition, or even in a dream as I sleep. I pay attention to the guidance I receive and step out in faith to move my steps in its direction. I know that the spirit of wisdom and love within me are always guiding me to blessings of greater peace, love, and prosperity. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Psalm 25:4. Now join me as I say our statements. Our vision statement: centered in God, we celebrate a world empowered by peace, love, and oneness. Our mission statement: we are a vibrant spiritual community reaching inward for guidance and outward in love, education, and sacred service. Our core values are love, service, spirit-led, inspiration, acceptance, and spiritual unfoldment. All right, so as I do this meditation, I'm actually going to do a reading from Myrtle Fillmore. It's called Command of the Spirit. So feel free to close your eyes or watch the beautiful video as I say these words. So first, take a deep breath in and let it out. And let your body settle into itself. And take a couple more deep breaths, releasing them as you settle in. And again, this is Command of the Spirit from How to Let God Help You. Stand by the truth, for its seed is in itself. Be the light, health, substance, beauty, and youth of your world. For ignorance, see light. For sickness, health. For want, plenty. For ugliness, beauty. For old age, youth. For bondage, freedom. Get on fire with this doctrine. Let it be your first, last, and only thought. Our God is a consuming fire. The righteous shall shine as the sun. Appearances are nothing to spirit. Set the mind free from ideas of lust and deception. This is freedom to heal. No man hides iniquity. Believe in the honesty of all people. Like the child, see good in all things. Distrust makes wrinkles in old age. Keep to your intention. Spirit fulfills your obligations. Reiteration of truth trains the mind. Persistence in truth brings healing and prosperity. All is truth. Amen. And so it is.
This body is healing, this mind is believing. I've made friends with grieving, and I'm connected to it all. This body is breathing, this heart is receiving. I've made friends with leaving, and I'm connected to it all. And now I become one with the one. Say goodbye to the hiding, peace and love are colliding. I've made friends with flying, and I'm connected to it all. But when the feathers start fraying, there is comfort in praying. I've made friends with staying, and I'm connected to it all. And now I become one with the one. And now I become one with the all. There is peace within this here and now. 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 This body is healing, time is revealing. I've made friends with feeling, and I'm connected to it all. 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 Yeah, I'm connected to it all. I'm connected to it all. I'm connected to it all. I'm connected to it all.
All right, so I thought that today we would talk about healing. Healing is one of the foundations of unity, healing and prayer, and connecting with the wonderful Christ consciousness. And we all know that unity was founded, and silent unity was founded on prayer. And that Myrtle, after attending a session with a seminar with E.B. Weeks, had her wonderful aha that I am a child of God and therefore I do not inherit sickness. And she began this wonderful process of talking to each one of her organs with love. She asked each organ to forgive her. She told each organ how unlimited it was and its ability to move and to shift and to change and to grow, that it was omnipotent, that it was omnipresent, that it was one with all that is. And she gave herself this wonderful opportunity and she practiced this healing. And after 2 years, she found health and she was restored and she was renewed. And this through time also had Charles, who was kind of like whatever, started to study, and he too was able to work at healing his leg from a skating accident that he had when he was about 10 years old. All right, so their foundation came with going into these prayers and to know that they were, and we all are a child of God, and that Christ's light is within us, and that divine presence of that omnipresent, omnipotent energy is there already within us. And it gives us exactly what we tell it to do. So it's, again, unhappy words create unhappy results. Illness and stress, illness often comes from stress and worry, but healing is a remarkable thing, but in order to heal, we have to have faith. Now, there's a lot of ways that healing can happen, and people have different stories, but it all comes from gratitude and being grateful, and that's one of the things with the prayer and the unity prayer is to always acknowledge our gratitude and to be grateful for what we have and to always see things in the present. But some people make a choice to really, really put a lot more laughter in their life. Some people choose to put a lot more forgiveness into their life. Some people choose to start cleaning out their home and organizing it and letting go of the clutter, because they found that their hoarding is actually holding things in. And as they go through things, they are able to identify with an issue or a problem that they have so that they can move forward and let it go. Some people, work with sage. Some people do Reiki healing. Some people practice yoga. Some people are vegetarians or vegans, watching their diet, doing exercise. These are all forms of healing. But the important part for us to know is that we are already in a perfect state. And even when we made mistakes, or what we see as mistakes, those mistakes are already forgiven, and in that moment in time, we acted based on what our knowledge and awareness was. And what I have found is the biggest obstacle for a lot of people with healing is that they can't get past an ugliness that they believe in themselves. That if they try to get quiet and centered, they're going to be overcome with their ugliness, and that they have to look in that mirror and they have to see that. And so they try and avoid it. But here's the thing, is that the center part of our being is that wonderful Christ consciousness, is that wonderful Christ light. It is God. And it is allowing ourselves the permission to go into the pain, to bring forth the light. And sometimes life, we have to kind of for the light to come through, sometimes we have to shatter the image that we have of ourselves. We have to shatter the images that we have for other people. We have to shatter what it is that we think that the world should be doing. Those things have to break apart so that the light can come in, so that we can start to take the initiative to heal. And right now, healing is not just about healing ourselves, but there's this world healing that needs to be done, and definitely one within our nation. And so that's cracking and the light's coming through, and some of us want to get that glue and stick it back together because we don't want to see that pain. We don't want to see what's going on with that. And I don't know, there's a time I just want to kind of put glue back on it and stick it back in the closet and keep going, right? And this can be very difficult, but that cracking is illuminating the light, and the light is casting shadows on what we need to let go of. And as I started with, that Myrtle used prayer as healing, and this is what unity was founded on, is prayer. prayer and healing. And so when we say, and if we were talking to somebody about a prayer and somebody said to us, well, let's pray that these people will change their mind, or let's blind them with the light, so that they can see how wrong they are. That's not going to create a healing, That's us making a judgment call, and that's us putting what we think is right on them. And remember, in that wonderful divine state, it all is as it is, and however it is okay. So if it's creating chaos for us, we need to go in and heal that so that we can illuminate as we are supposed to. And this wonderful inner healing and having the strength and having the faith to know that all is well and that all can be healed can change and to shift everything, and it can create a new level of energy and a new awareness. But understand that growth comes with discomfort and things being shook up. So all of this shakeup can actually be potentially a really, really great thing if we let go and we surrender. We practice what works for us. If it's to forgive someone or something in ourselves, but it's letting us connect to the Christ energy within. It is us using affirmations and prayer to move forward in our life. So I affirm healing within myself. I affirm the healing within you, and I affirm healing within our world. And that extends throughout the universe, and all is well. Have a beautiful healing day.
Step I take, let this be my song.